There is something different about Bajardo. Suspended, someone said, a step away from paradise. In this village, perhaps because it is the highest municipality in the province of Imperia, it almost seems as if you are touching the sky and the sea together. Bajardo is a magical, millenary place. At the top of the village was the site of a very ancient altar on which the Druids of the Celtic Ligurian peoples sacrificed to the sun god. The rites of perennial death and rebirth have continued over time and belong to these people who are not struck by tragedies, even if they never forget the sacredness of the past, as the ruins of the church of San Nicolò will testify. It was a peculiar day, Ash Wednesday, the 23rd of February, 1887. In the church, at 6:30 in the morning, almost the entire village was there, also because afterwards they would go to work in the countryside. At that time, an earthquake of about 6 degrees on the Richter scale of the time caused the roof to collapse, and 202 people died immediately and 10 people later from their injuries. After this great tragedy, the village decided to have a new life. Speaking of rites of death and rebirth, Bajardo still celebrates an ancient one. Festa della Barca is the most important feast, 800 years old, and commemorates a dramatic event of that historical period. The period was that of the maritime republics. Popular tradition tells us that the representatives of the Republic of Pisa came here to obtain timber to arm their ships. We must remember that Pisa was in open war with Genoa, which also exerted its influence here. Count Rubino, lord of the place, had 3 daughters, and these 3 girls fell in love with 3 noblemen from Pisa. Count Rubino did not accept this situation and forced his daughters to break off these relationships. One of the 3, named Angelina, decided not to obey and ran away with her lover to a place that is still called the Lovers' Avenue. Count Rubino pursued the 2 and after finding them had his daughter's head cut off. The town reacted with a popular uproar, forcing Count Rubino to make a public apology and arrange a funeral worthy of his daughter's nobility. This is both a story of popular rebellion and of female rebellion from the past, when such ideas were certainly not common. To commemorate the fact, at Pentecost, the inhabitants of Bajardo go to cut down a pine tree representing the mast of the boat with which the 2 lovers were to live for a life of happiness. The tree, cleared of branches, is taken to the village, and a leaf is tied to its top as a symbol of Angelina's head. On the feast day, the young men of the village lift the tree with their arms, putting it upright. Immediately afterwards, the women of the village begin to dance in a circle, singing a dirge that tells this story.